Random Family Chats. I'm Jeanette, and I am joined by Shelby,
Hi.
Amanda,
Hello.
and Eve.
Hey.
And tonight we are going to be recapping Grey's Anatomy, season 17. Yay.
Interesting
Yay.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the best season. I think all of Grey's Anatomy fans are in agreement with that, though.
I think
was
everyone in our group kind of unanimously voted season 17 as the worst season.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did very quickly. Huh?
Did you guys see, Maureen might have to edit this out, but did you guys see that someone put on Instagram and tagged Ellen that season 17 was a dumpster fire and Ellen came back at him about it?
I saw something about that, but I didn't see exactly what she said.
I didn't see exactly what she said either, but I thought it was funny.
I love
It was-
her.
I mean, it was weird because, I mean, there was good parts in it. Like, I liked seeing Lexi and Mark and Derek and George, and I liked seeing everybody.
Yeah.
But then again, I feel like that was the only good part.
I was under the impression that they weren't sure if it was going to be the last season or not. So they were like, let's just pretend this is going to be the last season and we'll make it all neat and tidy and, I don't know, boring.
Yeah.
Right. Krista said from the start that she made it that the season finale could be either the whole series finale, or it could just be the season.
Yeah. Thankfully, we got one more season, and I hope they don't do it boring. I mean, the original Grey's Anatomy was exciting and, drama.
Yeah, I just started my rewatch. I'm still on season 1. I'm like, wow, this is back in the good old days when, Grey's Anatomy was good.
Yep. I hardly ever rewatch the later seasons. I always go back to the earlier ones.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
It's a different show.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I don't know. I miss the elevator scenes and the call room scenes and the partying and it's not like that anymore. Everybody's like all grown up and with kids and responsible and
I know.
Yeah, now that everyone has kids and they have to be responsible, it's no fun to watch anymore.
Exactly. Like, come on. We're responsible too. That's why we like to watch Grey's Anatomy and see that they're not responsible. So
Yeah. Relive our irresponsible days.
Exactly. All right, Shelby, you're going to kind of lead us in our discussion.
So to start out, I have Mare collapsing because that's kind of where everything started, in the parking lot.
Yep. What did you guys think what was going to happen?
I was like, oh, great. Now they're doing a whole COVID season.
And they did.
They did.
They damn sure did.
It went downhill and it never went back up from there.
No.
I really had hope for Hayes and Mare, and the fact that she collapsed right when I'm pretty sure she collapsed when he was asking her out. Didn't she?
I think he was going out to find her or something.
Yeah.
And then was he the one who found her collapsed?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was.
It was something with him.
Yeah. I don't know if they were just in the parking lot at the same time or they had spoken beforehand or he was looking for her. I don't know. So
I like him a lot.
I haven't rewatched any of this season.
I haven't either, so
it made me mad and I probably won't rewatch it.
I may just skip season 17 on every single rewatch I ever do.
Yeah. I really might too. I mean, again, here we go bashing our show we love. We really do love Grey's Anatomy. We just didn't like the season.
Yeah.
Try better next time.
I mean, the only good thing I know, I don't know. I liked seeing April come back. I know we'll talk about that later as we get into this, but I feel like that was.
I like seeing people come back, and I did like certain, like I said earlier, I liked seeing all the old people, but I feel like what they took from us the people coming back didn't make up for it.
No, no.
But just
Who are you
saying.
guys most excited about on the beach?
Definitely
Lexi,
Mark and Lexi. Yeah.
Mark and Lexi, yeah.
I think so too. Mark and
Yeah.
Lexi,
I
yeah.
agree.
I mean, I know people probably think I should say Derek, but I really, I'm okay with.
I didn't realize how much I disliked Derek until I saw him on the beach. I was like, oh, I haven't really missed him at all. I guess I don't
Yeah.
like him anymore.
I mean, I was like the scenes like the him and Meredith talking about the kids and stuff like that was really cute, and I mean, I enjoyed that part, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not a murder shipper.
Yeah.
I am.
I mean, I am and I'm not. I don't know. I mean,
I am right now that I'm watching season 1, but with season 17, I'm like, he is a terrible person. I want him to go away.
I feel like, I mean, Derek had like, he went back and forth for me, like I liked him and then didn't like him. And then, I mean, I feel like I really liked him right before he died, like right before, like they were in a good spot. And I was like, oh, and I think it's what made his death so sad. But I mean, most of the show, I did not really care for him at all.
And see, that's
we
where I
did.
struggle too.
Mhm.
I've always liked him from the very first episode. I've always liked him. Of course, he made me mad
Yeah.
during
I mean,
some parts.
Him
but
and Meredith have amazing chemistry. So I can definitely
They
see
do.
why like everybody ships them. I mean,
they do. I mean, you have the kids together, and
Mhm.
it's still
Those
breaking.
kids are so cute, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
aren't they?
Those twins who play Ellis.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. And they look so much like Ellen. Like it's crazy that like the casting, like I mean, those look like her kids.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
Love
of the kids, what did you guys think of the Zola played a pretty big role this season?
I love
It-
Zola.
Yeah.
And I hope that's going to
I have a-
continue.
Yeah. I mean, I have a dream that when the show does end, we'll end with like her, like maybe scrubbing in for her first like solo surgery or something. So I feel like you've got to tie that in.
Oh yeah, I hope so. I
Somehow.
really hope that's how it ends.
Yeah.
Like being a neurosurgeon, wearing
Mhm.
Derek's
Derek scrub
Harry
cap. Yeah.
cap. It'd be
Yeah.
so
Saying his famous line. That would
Yeah.
just be
a beautiful day.
icing on the cake.
I mean, come on.
I'm not gonna lie, when she walked in there into Meredith's room with like the whole PPE and stuff on, I cried.
Oh yeah.
And then when Mare woke up to her talking to her, I was like, oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She just looked so cute in all of that PPE gear because, she's
It
a
was so
kid
big
and
on
they
her,
didn't have
yeah.
anything kid size. So I was like, oh, she looks so cute and tiny, but she really isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, see, to me, she just looks so strong, and I
Yeah.
did. I cried.
Yeah.
I cried seeing her walk down that hallway. I was like, oh. And then
Just
when
a
she started
brave little
talking to
girl.
her,
Yeah.
She's
just
been
break
through a
my heart.
lot.
I
Well,
know.
and those kids, I mean, that's why like I was gonna be really upset if Meredith died, and which I know like we were all wondering if she would. Because I'm like, these kids have been through enough. Like, I don't
There
really
were
care
some-
about her being with her soulmate. Like that can happen later. Like she's got to be there for her kids right now.
Like, so he's
Mm.
going to be there
yeah.
for the, rest of time. So
Yeah. They can
And
have their
people were-
reunion.
I think people were hoping that Meredith would die too. I was like,
It's
no,
crazy.
that's
I mean,
kind of a heartless
no.
thing to say. She has like little children.
Yeah, I mean, those kids would be orphans. That would be terrible.
Like
Yeah.
they have Amelia, but I mean that's not the same.
Look at
No,
Amelia right now.
She couldn't
Except I
handle. I
think
mean,
Amelia's
I don't even want to discuss Amelia.
Yeah.
I'm not happy
she's
with her
going
right now.
downhill a little bit though, so
not.
maybe
right?
She's
Oh,
on my list right now.
Amelia's
too.
been on capital letters on my list here to talk about, but I don't want Amanda to get all fired up. So
save
it
her
till
for
the
last.
Oh no, we haven't discussed her, but
Yeah.
she needs to know that I love her, but I am disappointed right now.
Mhm.
And
you have your disappointed mom
I
face on
really
right
am.
now.
I'm a very
Yeah.
disappointed mom right now.
Right. It's like, Amelia, we still love you, but we're really disappointed with your actions. Okay.
Yes.
Poor Link.
What, Shelby?
I'm really, really, really scared that they're gonna make her relapse, and I'm gonna be really, really mad if they do.
I think they
I
will.
mean, I think they will. I think at this point, I mean, that is the only explanation for her turning down Link is that she's heading towards a relapse. Because otherwise, why? Like, why would you turn him
Otherwise,
down?
otherwise it makes no sense.
Yeah,
It's either that or postpartum depression. That's
which that would
messing with
be.
her.
I think that would be an interesting storyline.
I would like to see a postpartum storyline.
I would
Yeah.
too.
Because they
And
haven't
it's
talked about
no, they haven't. And I know Scout, like it's, he's, I don't know how old he is now, but I mean, probably with all the adrenaline and stress that she's been under, I mean, she wouldn't have even noticed maybe that she had something like that until it's all settled down.
Well, he's
Yeah.
by the end of the season, he was at least a year old because
Yeah.
it covered March 2020 to like March 2021. So
Yeah.
April. So he would
April.
have been over a month.
Yeah.
I mean, over
Over
a
a
year.
year. Yeah.
And the other thing is too, I don't know about you guys, and I don't want to get into this too much because it's not really revolving around Grace, but COVID kind of really mess people up. I know, like for me, I've been home. Well, everything I'm dealing with at home, but like I'm depressed.
A lot of people are going through that.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of touched on that with Helm too a little bit, but like I don't know, like I really just feel like that's the reality of it. I mean, you're being secluded from people for how long other than your
Mhm.
family, and now like they're slowly opening things back up again and getting things back to normal, but it's still not really back to normal unless you get the vaccine. And
Yeah.
even with the vaccine, you still don't know if people are lying about getting the vaccine, so do you really trust people to be around them?
Yeah.
I
Well, and
really wish
even I was gonna say, even when it is getting back to normal, because I mean, this is what I'm experiencing. Like, I don't want to go out and do stuff because I've almost become just accustomed to like being kind of a homebody, and it's like major anxiety to like go out and do anything. So this is just messing with everybody. So it wouldn't. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that she's having a hard time.
I do wish that they kind of dived more into Helms's depression storyline, because I feel it was just kind of glazed over, and then the next episode she moved in with Joe and Levi, and then that was the end of that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which I feel like that's just the flow of the show all season. Is just everything's touched on, and then it's like we jump straight to something else. So,
Yeah.
which I love Helm, and I was really excited to actually see like her front and center and like get to see more about her. And then it was just kind of over. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And I hope next season maybe we see a little bit more of her.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Helm. I like her and Levi's relationship. And
Mhm.
I think she's funny. I think she's fun. And I really do
Yeah.
hope we get to see more. I hope we get to see a lot more of the interns next year.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like that's what was missing this season is that we didn't get to know any of the interns. I mean, like I can't even tell you anyone's name
Have you
of
guys
any of the
seen that?
interns.
Have you guys seen that spinoff on Netflix? It's about the new interns.
The B
I've
team,
heard of it, but
Yeah,
I have
the
not
B
seen it.
team.
I
I
haven't
feel like I
watched
need
it.
to. It wasn't
Yeah.
that good.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
That's too bad. Well, I guess I don't need to watch it then.
Well, scratch that.
It
Yeah.
was a bunch of like short episodes. They were only like 15 minutes, and they were
Yeah.
weird.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, bummer.
never mind.
Because
I guess leave a comment or you guys let us know. Did you like the B team?
Yeah. I mean, should
Did
we
you
watch
even
it?
know it existed? Because a lot of people probably don't know that it was a thing.
I did. I mean, I haven't seen the show, but I've seen like it pop up for me but I'm on a million different Grays groups. So
Yeah.
I mean, I
Making
don't
notes
know.
there.
You guys are more than welcome to try it. It might have just been me. I'm weird about my shows and stuff, so I lose
thought
interest
it was
really
too.
easily.
It's not like I
I'll-
need something else to watch,
I'll try
so
it and then I'll let Shelby know if she was wrong or not.
do that. Yeah.
That sounds
Let us
good.
know too.
Don't tell them because then I'll never hear the end of it. Just message me and let me know.
We were right. Okay,
Okay.
so what is next?
Okay. Do we want to talk more about the beach scenes, or are we done with that?
I mean,
Jeanette's face.
is there anything we missed about the beach scenes?
What did you guys think about DeLuca going to his mom? Did you think that Mare was going to know that he was dead, or did you think that it was going to be a surprise?
I thought that she would wake up and she would like remember that he was on the beach.
I don't know. I didn't think she would actually remember.
I mean, that's kind of weird and creepy that like she
I mean, but she,
remembered that.
does
I
she
don't
remember
know.
talking to
I thought
baby
maybe
Richard?
I thought maybe she would at least wake up and like ask, like, did something happen with DeLuca? Like something in her would know that
Yeah.
something was wrong, but she wouldn't know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I also feel like we got robbed of that reaction. I mean, I know we got to see them say goodbye on the beach, but I mean,
Because yet
other
again,
than Derek, he has been her biggest relationship on the show. So like, I feel like we got robbed of like, there should have been some sadness. There should have been some like heartbreak there.
Yes.
I
just
don't know.
another
We didn't see
thing
any
that
grieving.
just another thing they glazed over. DeLuca
I
is
mean-
with Andrew is with his mother. The end.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of heartbreak on my end to make up for it, but
No, but that's kind of what I was saying before about the drama. Like
Mhm.
it's just not there. And this is a drama show.
yeah.
Like, and it just, I don't really feel like there was that much drama this season. I feel like, you know, they
No.
just kind of like, this happens. This
Like they were
happens.
just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it just, I felt no, I don't know. I don't want to say that bad of
mean,
stuff about it because I love Grace, but
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
expect a way better season 18.
Yeah.
It better be the best season ever.
If it's the last season, this better be the last season. I mean, it better be good.
Mhm.
I mean,
Go
even
out
like
right.
in my opinion, with the whole sex trafficking storyline and how like as crazy as they made DeLuca seem about the whole thing, like he, don't get me wrong, I think that he was in a way going through like a manic like episode type of thing.
Oh, for
But
sure.
like he was correct and they made him seem like he was completely crazy pants.
Yeah.
And like they didn't even acknowledge that either. Like
Yeah.
he died chasing the thing that he believed was correct
Mhm.
to prove that he wasn't crazy pants, and no one even acknowledged the fact that he was right the whole time.
And the thing about DeLuca is his theories have always proven to be correct. Like
Mhm.
his mental health has nothing to do with his ability to come to really good conclusions.
Right.
But it's just the way he goes about proving it that is just so manic that kind of makes people not want to believe him.
Mhm.
But I mean, he has a good track record. He's been right about every like crazy, and I'm using air quotes, like crazy theory he's come up with has been correct. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's like, come on,
Yeah.
just believe him. He's probably right this time.
I don't like the way they did DeLuca at all.
I don't either. And I mean, for the reasons we're talking about, I mean, like, I feel like they had such a huge platform to really dive into like mental health in general. I mean, specifically like bipolar disorder and show like how it can affect. I mean, they had like a huge way, like platform to show all of this, and it just kind of ended. I mean, I don't know.
Again, they touched on it and then moved on.
Yep.
It's just,
DeLuca's also your other husband too, so that's a whole other thing.
Yes. I mean, I will never, y'all. I watched, okay, so the listeners don't know this, but prior to a month ago, I had not watched Station 19, other than the episode where DeLuca gets stabbed. So I decided I'm going to watch it. Watched it. I got to that episode and I almost couldn't watch it again. I was like, I don't want to see this again. But I felt like I had to because I was like, maybe I've missed something else in that episode that I wasn't paying attention to before because I didn't know the people. And it was tragic again. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really did not think they would kill him.
no. I mean,
It
me
was-
and Amanda
was
and I
the
were
big shock.
messaging like during it, and we were both like, no. This was like, I mean, it was just, oh my gosh. I wish y'all could have. And I was bawling. I mean, my poor husband was like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, DeLuca's dead. That's what's wrong.
And even like for the listeners that don't know, me and Jeanette and Amanda are super close, and like they even texted me warning me about it.
Me
I
too.
felt
They
like
were like-
yeah.
I couldn't keep it inside.
Well, you
I
needed to
muted the group.
know.
I muted the group chat so that I couldn't hear anything at all.
Yeah, because they
was rough.
me and Amanda and Jeanette have like a whole nother group chat that we just like basically BS in. Like we send each other TikToks, whatever. And they literally texted me and they were like, listen, like just a warning, I think you need to know what happens this episode. And if you want to know, tell us. And I was like, is it bad? And they were like,
Yeah.
like very bad. And I was like, okay, so tell me.
Yeah.
And they were like, are you sure you want to know? And like just like hyping up the whole situation. I was like, oh my gosh, what happens? Like
The worst thing that could have
grief.
happened. That's what
And then
happened.
Jeanette's like, I'm literally over here bawling, and Amanda's talking about she's crying. And I'm like, oh my God, like my two internet best friends are like bawling over whatever happened.
We were
in this episode.
distraught.
And like
Yeah.
I can't even watch it till the next day. And then they were like, you need to watch it as soon as possible so we can talk about it. I was like, you're making me not want to watch it.
No, you have to sit down and watch it.
It was awful. I mean, like
Come to our misery.
the next day I was in the worst. I mean, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I was in the worst mood, like
yeah.
all day long. And
I
I
will
remember
laugh.
David even said, yeah, he said, are you still upset over that? Yes, I am still upset over that. Okay. This is like tragic. I don't understand why you're not getting it. I mean, there was no sympathy from him whatsoever, but I was like so upset.
That was one of the worst.
Well, for me, that was the first death that I didn't, because I mean, I started watching all this after, so I mean,
Mhm.
I wasn't spoiled. This was the first like live death that like I didn't know was going to happen, so I had no warning. It was,
No,
and he was my favorite, so it just,
yeah.
I almost gave up on the show. I was like, I'm done with this.
I'm about to give up on the show. They have taken away every one of my favorites. First it was Alex, and then I morphed to DeLuca, and I settled for him. And then they took away DeLuca,
Gold.
and now I'm settling for Jackson. And they took away
Oh.
Jackson.
Don't even get me started
Screw
on
that.
Jackson.
Well, see, like for me, even the Alex and Jackson, I mean, I know you all feel differently, but I wasn't even so mad about those because I'm assuming they're living happily ever after with their one true loves. So I was okay with this.
Well, I don't like Izzy at all, so that's why
too.
I'm still very pissed about Alex leaving.
I'm
I
definitely
didn't
like
have
Izzy.
I didn't have a problem with the Izzy thing. And me and Eve were talking about this earlier. It was the way they went about it. If they would have said that like he had to go help his mother or his brother or whatever, but they did how many years of character development for him to turn into a total a-hole again?
I mean, I'm in agreement. I can see where he, like, I understand why this is totally not season 17. That's okay. I mean, I see where he decided to go be with Izzy because I mean, I know I saw it from the beginning that Joe there was never the same kind of love, in my opinion. And probably, God, people are probably going to hate me for saying that, but I think he's always loved Izzy better or more, not better.
We can't be friends anymore.
Sorry.
No,
I
I agree
do-
with you.
I do like Joe. I think Joe, I mean, and I liked them together, but I think for me, it was always clear that Izzy was the one. And then add in the fact that she has children, something that, I mean, I think Alex has always wanted, maybe when he didn't even know he wanted them. And so,
Yeah.
but the letters, I mean, the way it happened was definitely, it could have been done better, I think.
Just the idea that he left, you know, his mentor and his best friend and,
Yeah.
you know, his wife with nothing but a bunch of letters was just crappy.
Yeah, that I agree with.
And like even Eve said today, I don't know if you were present when we were talking
don't
about
think
it
I was.
together, but like
Yeah.
she said, even if like he said that he had to go visit with his brother and help take care of his brother and his mother, and then Joe be like, oh well, I can't leave Grace alone, and then they just ended things there. And then, you know, like I just feel like that would have been a better ending instead of like taking back how much character development he had. Like there's nothing, I have nothing against Izzy, and I even agree with you about the chemistry there. It's just the way that they wrote him off. I think they should
Yeah.
have shown. Speaking of leaving, what about Jackson and Tom?
Yes,
I
I'm
was
very glad
so-
Tom left.
Sad about Jackson. I'm not so sad about Tom. He can just go away.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see more of Tom since he bought out Joe's portion?
I hope so. I actually like Tom. Why am I the only one? I like all the people you all don't like.
I laughed hysterically when she said to Bailey, so I had to sell my shares. I was like, oh no, she did not.
Mhm.
And then up popped Tom, and I just started laughing. I was like, that is just so perfect.
That was so great.
I mean, I would
So
love
funny.
to see him come to like a board meeting with like Bailey and all of them. I think that would just be, I would love it.
He's so sarcastic. If he was at a meeting like that, can you imagine how funny that would be because of how he is?
I would love it.
I actually grew to like him because
Yeah.
he grew into more of a comic relief.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
like
did.
him.
He got easier to watch as it went on. And I love the actor. I love oh my gosh,
Greg
Germain.
Germain.
Greg German. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And I love him. But
What did you guys
Tom
think of
hurt my
his-
man, Owen. Oh,
That's
what
true.
did you guys think of Tom's COVID storyline? Because I feel like COVID really did change him a lot.
Yeah.
I
I
think
agree.
it truly did change his outlook on, the world and pretty much how he looks at everything.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Can I be honest without being judged?
No.
Maybe.
I can't promise that, but go ahead.
It depends on what you have to say.
A couple times when because Mare was like in the coma like most of the time or whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
and Tom was like he had it but like he recouped pretty fast. I was half wishing that Tom was in Mare's spot and Mare was in Tom's spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It wouldn't
get
have been
that.
nearly as dramatic though. I don't think
I get
people would
that.
have.
It
But,
wouldn't have
I
been.
mean,
But
I ended up at the very end, Tom was okay.
Except would anyone have come to visit Tom on his beach?
No.
no.
Maybe his son,
Maybe
but
His
that's it.
son. Aw.
Let's get this
All
right.
right, Jackson and April.
Oh, Jackson and April.
Love it.
Well, you know
love
how
it.
Shelby,
Love it.
you guys know how Shelby and I feel about April, so
Now look, I won't judge you over the Tom comments, but we cannot talk about April like that. I will judge. I will.
I didn't
love
mind this episode.
What?
I didn't mind her this episode. She grew.
yeah,
She grew
Yeah.
on.
I liked her that episode. I love Sarah Drew though. I just don't love her characters.
I
Yeah,
love all of
and
it.
there's no denying Jackson and April's chemistry, period. No matter, regardless how
Yeah.
I feel about the character, there's no denying the chemistry.
And there's been no chemistry with anyone else that could even compare like anywhere close.
No
Right.
way.
Yeah.
I love April and Jackson together, and I'm happy Matthew's gone.
I want a spinoff. Like, can we have a spinoff in Boston with them? That'd be
I
so good.
Someone in a group, I don't know if it was Kitty's group or if it was our group, but I was talking to somebody and they said that because Private Practice didn't hit it off, they were talking about doing another spinoff and they're wondering if that's going to be it.
I think it would.
so.
I mean, I think people love Jackson and April. I think it would do well.
And Tom's
I-
there too.
Yes, that would be really cool. Actually,
I
think.
just want to look at Jackson's face every week again.
I mean, I
That's
do
fine.
like his face. Definitely.
He's got a
Yeah.
good face. He does.
Very easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
The rest of his body looks pretty good too.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's not really any bad parts of him.
I'm just stating the facts here. Nobody can disagree with me.
No,
No one is.
The man is gorgeous. I'm sure he
for
even
sure.
knows it.
It didn't occur
yeah.
to me though that Meredith is the last of her intern year left until
Yep.
Jackson said something, and I was like, "Oh, it was just the two of them left."
I
Mhm.
know. So
Yep.
sad.
Everyone left them or died.
Poor
Is
Mary.
it? But even like Joe, if you think that she's the last one of hers, right? Too.
I think so.
No, Schmidt. Levi.
He's below her.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because she was in the class with, I can't even think of all their names. The one that got electrocuted, and then the one that moved to Switzerland. Is it awful? I don't know any of their names.
Was she in the same group as all of them?
She was
I
in
thought
their
that was-
group.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then the
Oh yeah,
one
she
that
was with like Stephanie and all them, right?
So
Yeah, Stephanie was another one.
Levi was in.
he's with Helm and well, it's just him and Helm that are
No, no,
left
no.
of theirs.
So season. That's not what we want. Ignore me.
I'm pretty
He was-
fresh on this. I do
I'm trying
remember.
to get it. Was DeLuca in Joe's?
No,
Was he young?
he was
Younger.
I think
he was in
one of
between. He was in between her and Levi, right? Because wasn't there a class in
No.
between there that had the
This
guy
is-
that got?
This is
I
saying
completely
he was
lost track.
2
I have
years
no idea.
behind Joe.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to it, to be honest.
Because DeLuca had that.
okay.
Again, I don't know anybody's names. The girl that he dated.
So
then-
Mousy, Leah,
Uh huh.
Stephanie,
Joe, and then
Joe, and Ross.
yes,
Yeah.
Smash.
Yeah.
Smash, yeah.
Smash.
Friday Night
Smash Williams.
Lights. Shout out.
The smash.
Wiggling.
The show too. Say that. That's so random.
What?
And now the Coke's getting to my head, guys. Ooh.
Not the Coca-Cola.
For the
The
record,
Coca-Cola.
Cola.
Okay. The 3 potential weddings. We have Owen and Teddy's engagement, Maggie and Winston's wedding, Amelia and Link's turned down engagement.
Ugh.
First of all, Owen and Teddy, I was like, come on, Owen, you stole the moment.
I know.
Well, but luckily,
Link was right there about to propose. Then they're like, oh, is it snowing outside?
well, little does Link know though that wasn't going to be his moment either way. So that would have been real embarrassing in front of everyone. Probably worked out for the best.
I honestly loved Owen's proposal.
I did too.
Yeah.
It was low key. It wasn't anything too, I mean, getting snow there at that time of year was great.
So sweet.
But you know, it was great. I liked the how
Mhm.
he did something little, but it was still kind of simple, just like they are. And
Mhm.
I think Owen and Teddy are played out.
I hope this kind of like, okay, they get married and then let's just
Jeanette's rolling her eyes at me. And 'cause
No,
no
I'm
one
not
can
rolling.
see it.
No, I'm not rolling my eyes at you. It's just more of like, I mean, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, like, there's really no one else that they could move on to. So I think it has to be them. I mean, and they got the kids too. So I want to see them live happily ever after.
yeah, I do too. I think I'm hoping they just leave him alone.
Hmm.
You know, let's have a wedding next season. Let's
Yeah.
just let those two be happy. My gosh.
I mean, Owen's been through enough. I mean, I know that most people don't like him, but he's been through enough. Like, let's
he
just let
has.
him live happily ever after here.
I don't mind Owen. I don't care for Teddy.
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
I'm
I
mad
don't-
at her because she hurt Owen.
yeah, that's the only thing. And
Mhm.
if he's forgiven her, then I'll forgive her. It's okay.
She did kind of break my heart when she was so hard on herself.
Yeah, that was a tough episode.
Yeah, I felt like I had to forgive her after that episode. I was like, well, I can't hate her now because now I feel bad for her.
I know.
Yeah.
No, now you guys see why I'm bad cop because that did not affect me whatsoever.
Shelby's like, don't care, still don't like her.
Cry all you want. That's what you
I
get.
felt like she deserved it, to be honest.
Oh my God, Shelby, you're awful.
You are bad cop. You're mean
Heartless.
cop. Mean cop.
Hey, some people
We know.
petty.
I guarantee most people agree with Shelby, actually. So
I'm
Okay.
sure.
If we ever get this actress on the webcast, I mean on the podcast, let's just I somewhat take back what I said because that was rude.
Right.
I don't like the character,
she
but it's
just-
nothing against you.
You said
Said
Teddy
I
deserved
really
it,
like
not her.
Teddy.
What did you think about the turn down? Well, Amanda already said she was disgusted with it, but what did you think about the turn down engagement with Amelia and Link? Were y'all all mad?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I had a feeling that she was going to say no, and all the kids are standing there, and the man bought 4 rings, and I'm sitting there covering my eyes. I'm like, oh no, I can't watch this.
Oh, I knew.
4.
it was very cringeworthy just knowing that she was gonna say no.
I just wish she had been honest with him.
I mean, if a dude got me 4 rings, I'd be like, well, I'll just take like these 2, but I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna marry you.
because the thing is, like, I mean, he had tried to have conversations about wanting more kids, and she didn't want them. She didn't tell him any of this. I feel like if she had just been honest with him about her feelings, maybe he wouldn't have went and bought the 4 rings and done all of this. Maybe they could have figured out some sort of middle ground here.
Yeah.
See,
I
for
feel like,
me,
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I feel like they need to have a discussion.
Mhm.
Maybe if she just talks to him and like completely
Yeah.
open, honest
Neither one of
conversation.
them talked to each other because he
No.
didn't say anything to her before agreeing to foster Luna.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then she didn't say anything to him about not wanting more kids. I was like, well, maybe they shouldn't be together because they don't know how to communicate.
That's probably true. Yeah.
They
I
need a
love Link, but I
communication.
was really, yeah, I love Link, but I was really mad at him about not asking her about fostering Luna, because that's like,
Yeah.
that's big, especially already having a baby and then having a baby, adopting a baby that has all those health issues and stuff.
Mhm.
Good
Yeah.
grief.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think Amelia would have said yes because I think she's a kind-hearted person.
Yeah, I don't think she would have enjoyed it, but she probably would have just been like, okay, well, we'll do it. But
Yeah. I think she would have too. I mean, but she definitely deserved the opportunity to discuss it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And what about really, Amanda? Oh, Link showing up at Joe's door. We hope we're not. I mean, everybody's
I-
hoping that does not go that way, right? He's just there as a.
I don't want it to go that way, but I
I
have a
do
feeling
not-
that it will.
I do not want them to go there. I
Who-
will quit Grey's Anatomy forever if it goes there.
Please,
I mean,
guys.
it's time.
Anybody out there listening, do not make it go that way.
I
begging
really
you.
feel like Joe needs to spend time for herself and figure out things for herself. She went from the abusive relationship with that guy to being on her own and basically like building herself up, or at least trying to Alex, to Jackson right after Alex left as friends with benefits. And I don't think she should go to Link.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
She needs
no.
time to find herself.
Joe needs to spend some time by herself, learning how to be a mom to Luna. I
Mhm.
mean, I do want her to have a relationship and end up being happy one day, but I just feel like right this second, maybe take a year and
It's not gonna happen
Focus.
jumping from guy to guy to guy. So
No.
No.
And I love her and Link's friendship.
I do
Mhm.
too.
yeah.
It reminds me of, and this is off base, but it reminds me of One Tree Hill, Lucas and Haley.
I was just thinking about that too.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say Meredith and Alex.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those they need to say just friends.
Yeah.
Krista, watch One Tree Hill and follow their example. And don't
Yeah.
make
Well-
them, sleep together or anything.
Well, and I think it would be out of character for Link to do that though, because I mean, he just doesn't seem like the kind of guy that. I mean, I know we haven't really seen much of him, but he doesn't strike me as the kind that'll just jump in bed with anybody.
I hope not. I really, really hope not.
Yeah, especially not if you.
Heartbreak will do that to you though.
What?
I said heartbreak will do that to you though.
Yeah.
I
You don't
know.
necessarily think about it.
I'm choosing to believe he will rise above.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well,
And I actually want Joe and Hayes together. I liked it. I saw chemistry. I was all for it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that.
I'm not like I wouldn't be upset about it, but I don't know if I'm all for it either right
Yeah.
now. I don't know where I stand. I think they could pretty much go either way with it, and I'd be like, okay. I don't think.
Let's have a good old fashioned love triangle. You know, Meredith and Joe and Hayes. We haven't had one of those in a while. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That'd be
Can
fun.
we do one
Finish
of
the
those
show off
again?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd
I
be
miss
fun.
those. Let's do one.
Yeah.
I think Meredith would
elevator
be by
scenes with all
herself for a
three
little
of
bit
them.
too.
The
What'd you
elevator
say?
scene, all three of them in there.
Yes, like that one with Derek and Addison and God, all of them. Meredith, I can't remember who all was there. His
In the
girlfriend.
elevator?
You remember when there's a scene where he gets in the elevator and it's like
Yeah.
Addison and yeah, I love
It's
that scene.
Addison, Meredith, and then that dust
That
scrub
nurse,
Rose.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rose.
and then Mark gets in there.
Rose. Wow. Good memory, Amanda.
I bet you wish you'd taken the stairs.
So funny.
That's one of my favorite scenes. I
Yeah.
just die laughing every time.
I miss Mark too. I know it's been forever, but he was just so funny.
I did too. I wish,
Yeah.
and who said it today? One of you guys said it today that I wish we would have seen Mark and Derek on the beach together. Was it you?
That was
Yeah, I
me.
think
Oh,
Because they did have, I mean, obviously it was a little contentious there at the beginning when Mark first came on the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did like move past it eventually. And
yeah.
that was a pretty good friendship. So I'm kind of bummed that we didn't see them, you know, hanging out on the beach.
Yeah.
they were friends since they were kids, if I remember right. Because didn't like Derek's mom raise Mark or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I mean, they're more
Yeah.
like brothers.
He was like always over there. It's from
Yeah.
how I understood it.
Yeah, I think so.
And somebody also shared that picture of Derek holding Zola and Mark holding Sophia.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll never get to see how this played out. And I'm like,
I
oh,
know.
just break my heart right now.
Right?
Like, wow.
Oh,
It's like, that was nasty. That's why when you said I saw that like right before you said about being on Mark and Derek on the beach together.
That's quite the
That's
gut
weird.
punch.
I just seen that photo and then you said that and I was like, oh, that would have been neat.
yeah.
Man, it's a bad Derek and Mark day.
Missed
Mhm.
opportunity right there.
For sure.
Maybe they couldn't film on the same day.
Yeah.
I'm at least happy that Mark and Lexi are together in their own
Together.
world, I guess.
I love that.
All right.
It's too bad they couldn't get Kyler Lee to join them in person though.
I know.
Because it was so obviously CGI. Because when I first saw it, I was like, she's there, but she's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with COVID and everything, who knows?
Well, she would have had to quarantine for 2 weeks to film for just a day. And then,
Yeah. And who knows what she had going on in her own life.
well,
Yeah.
she's still doing Supergirl, right?
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think
maybe
so.
maybe she couldn't. They film in two different places, so
Yeah.
who knows?
I think she was in Canada or something.
I was gonna say Supergirl's in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why they had to CGI her in, which I think overall they did a really good job about it.
Yeah.
It was better
was-
than nothing at all. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. What do
I
we
agree.
think about Maggie and Winston's wedding?
oh God.
We kind of already touched it in the other podcast, so we don't need to spend too much time talking about it.
Mhm.
My favorite part was the very beginning of the episode when the parents objected. And then who was it? Bailey was asking if he could eat the cake, and
Yeah.
Meredith was like, "Sweetie, I'm not sure what's going on right now." And then they popped the champagne. I was like, "Well, you know, this is, you know, good for, you know, a few laughs, but other than that, why did we have to do this?"
Yeah. Kill time, I guess. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
mean, it
what
was
to call that
funny and
word.
I liked it, but it didn't really flow with the rest of the episode. It was kind of weird.
It was a little
Yeah.
weird.
It was like they just needed to fill in some time or something. I don't know what.
But I'm glad. I don't know. Winston, I was really, I don't know, cautious of him at first. So I'm glad that he turned out to be a good guy.
I'm starting to like him more now, but I feel like their relationship just moved so fast, which was
Yeah.
kind of the theme of this season. I'm kind of catching on to. Everything
Yeah.
just moved really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
So all of a sudden she's dating this guy and she's really into Winston. I'm like, wait a minute, where did he come from?
Right.
yeah.
Because there were a few episodes where I was like, I don't even remember who this guy is.
No,
Yeah.
It's so weird because it did seem like it went like they skipped a whole bunch of things. Like you feel like you're racing through time.
Mm-hmm.
But then like that almost the entire season was like for 3 months. Like it was
Yeah.
just so weird. I'm like, you guys
Yeah.
did a bunch of stuff and got over a bunch of dramatic things really quickly.
Right.
I didn't, no. That drove me insane. But again, with the Winston thing, I
No,
don't know. I still don't really fully trust him.
really.
I don't either.
I don't know what it is about him. I want to like him. And like I do like him a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And then but it's just something in the back of my head. I'm like, there's has to be more to his story.
Yeah.
No relationship in Grey's Anatomy in the history of Grey's Anatomy has ever been this smooth.
Like
Yeah.
no baggage or anything.
No, there's like nothing. They're like, oh, hi, we're falling in love. Now we're engaged. I mean, the only thing they really had to go through was the long distance.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that was that hard for them. I mean, they were working all the time.
It was too perfect of a relationship from, meeting to marriage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's not Grey's
Mm.
style.
Well,
Maybe
maybe
they'll be-
something's bound to happen to them in season 18. Sorry,
Yeah,
I keep losing
definitely.
track. Season 576,
Right.
I like that meme going around that has Meredith Grey first season, Meredith Grey season 99.
Yeah.
She has like the really old filter on.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
What did you guys think about I don't know, maybe I was madder about this than what I should have been, but what did you guys think about Meredith and I forget who else left, the wedding for the whole heart transplant thing? Or the transplant thing?
I wasn't
That
upset.
irritated me. I don't know why it irritated me, but it irritated the crap out of me.
You know,
I didn't.
I think,
it didn't bother me.
yeah, I think it would have bothered people but I mean, it's a whole reception full of surgeons. So I think they all would have
They all knew.
understood
Yeah.
that
I
it
don't
was
think
like something. Yeah. I mean, if it was just a regular group of people, I think you might be like annoyed that you left your wedding reception for that. But I feel like Maggie and Winston being heart surgeons themselves, they probably understood and would have left if they could have as well. I think, I mean, I think
Yeah.
everybody would have.
Well, Bailey left her own wedding
Yeah.
to do surgery. So, I mean, it is the Grey's
yeah.
way.
Mhm.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause that
it didn't bother me.
Was that Adele?
Yes, I
Mhm.
think I think so. Maybe.
I think it was
Probably.
Adele.
Yeah.
Because I remember Richard like in the back seat of the limo
Mm,
and he got the phone call and that they had to turn around.
that's right. Yeah.
Well, she said turn around.
Yeah.
Yep. See, I remember some stuff sometimes.
Adele Weber was the answer to a question on Jeopardy the other day.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, my mom yelled for me and she said, "It's a Grey's Anatomy question. Come answer it." So I listened to it. I was like, "Oh, Adele Weber."
Yeah. There you go.
I could probably win some Grey's Anatomy Jeopardy.
Yeah, we should find a way to play Grey's Anatomy Jeopardy in the group.
Ooh. Okay,
That'd
you
be
guys
fun.
gave Amanda.
That
a
can be our
good
next
idea.
project. We'll figure that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Ooh, okay. Let's think about it. Everybody put your thinking hats on and let's get back to it later.
We'll do that.
We can play in all the groups. We can do Jeopardy for every one of them.
That'd be fun.
Okay, so let's kind of touch on Joe switching specialties.
Mhm.
Did anybody see that coming?
I did not see it coming at all.
Yes
I
and
totally-
no.
I really didn't.
I saw the adoption coming, but not the specialties.
Mm-mm.
I didn't see her switching specialties coming, but once she decided that she wanted to, like once it came out that she wanted to switch specialties, I was like, oh, okay. Like it wasn't surprising hearing that coming out of her mouth. Like it made
didn't-
sense that
I didn't like it.
No.
Oh, really?
I really it bothered me. I felt like
Why?
I was kind of on Bailey's side about this. Like it kind of shocked me and it really bothered me.
Yeah.
Because we have dedicated years of our lives to seeing Joe be a surgeon. And then all of a sudden it was like, nah, we're gonna just switch. So she got to start all over again.
No one
Yeah.
wants a surgeon who doesn't have their heart in it anymore.
True.
I
Okay.
don't know. but
Okay. If
still.
you're gonna talk about that like that, we've spent years of our lives seeing Alex be a better person for him to go back to being a jerk.
He wasn't being a jerk in his own way.
No, I don't see it as him being a jerk. I mean, do I think he hurt Joe? Yeah. But
Mhm.
I don't see it him being a jerk. I see it him going to be with, I mean, his family.
He really wanted kids.
And he
now
didn't want those
he had
kids. He didn't want those kids to grow up without a dad like he did.
Yep.
I
It
actually
was
think
so-
it was really noble. And like, I don't know.
We will have to agree to disagree on the whole Alex thing, I
See,
guess.
I was more
We are split.
over it until I went back and I watched, I did a rewatch of it after Alex had left. And then I was like, I see him and Izzy.
And see, that's
You
where
kind
I
of
think I,
forget about their
yeah,
relationship until
I think that's where I see it different. And that's why I see it different because I knew that Alex was leaving for Izzy before I started the show. So watching it, I'm like, well, of course he does. Like, I mean, I'm seeing it the whole time.
yeah. I
So.
agree. I really wasn't that upset. I was upset about the letters. I think they could have,
Yeah. He
gotten
should
him
have told
out of
her in
there.
person. I mean,
Yeah.
you should not have sent her a letter. I mean,
I just
that was crappy.
I mean, I get it. They needed a farewell episode, and Justin Chambers wasn't available.
Yeah.
To be honest though, if one of you guys' husbands did that, wouldn't you go after them?
Not if
no.
they didn't want to be with me. Nope.
If I got that letter, no.
Nope.
I'm like, all right.
I would. I'd go knock some sense into him.
But he's got kids. I mean, like
It's
if
the
it was
kids.
just Izzy, yeah. And Joe also understands what it's like to grow up without a family. So I think she probably understands him being there for the kids.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just upset about the fact that it was a bunch of letters instead of him just.
Yeah. I think that's what
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what bothers me. That's pretty much the only thing that bothers me is the way he left.
Mhm.
I didn't appreciate that very much. But
I still like that better than the way DeLuca left.
I agree.
That was awful.
Than the way DeLuca.
Yeah. I had to bring it back to him.
We'll
Everything
never-
always goes back to
never be
DeLuca
done.
for you.
Well, I mean, we're talking season 17. It's relevant. It's relevant.
For me, I'd rather them have killed Alex off.
No.
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 At least I know he's alive and
He's
Shelby,
happy.
you really no, Shelby, you really are the bad cop.
She's heartless.
I'm
Listen to her.
wondering, though, if the reason that they didn't kill him off and made it that like there was a way that like he could possibly come back
Yeah.
eventually, maybe they're thinking that like after he goes through whatever he's going through in real life, maybe
Mhm.
there's a chance that he will come back.
And I wonder if he will. I mean, we've seen a lot of TikTok. I've seen a lot of stuff lately where like he's been around Ellen. And so I wonder if that'll ever, maybe he could come back as maybe whenever the show ends, we will get to see Alex as like I don't know. That would be fun.
doubt it.
I
Yeah.
know.
I remember the last time we saw him was when he rallied all those doctors to come speak on Meredith's behalf for
Mhm.
like before the medical board.
Hmm.
And then he was communicating with Richard over text.
Yeah.
And then we got those letters. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of crummy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be broken up with in a letter.
No.
Tell me to my face you don't want to be with me.
Yeah.
Or at least a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
But I mean, people do have the thought that Ava kidnapped him. And that's why
Really?
we
Still
got
not
the
really-
letters.
Is that a theory? Is
That is
real
That's a theory. Yeah. Which is
Not that I believe, guys. Just
yeah.
clear
That's
that up.
not a theory I buy into, but it
Good
is a
golly,
theory.
she was a nut job.
Yes, she was.
Yes, she was.
See what?
And I get she had the whole postpartum thing going on too, but there was other stuff going on that was just really creepy.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know
she's
what that
wacko.
was.
Yeah. She had a lot of issues.
Whoever thought that the poor girl that he was trying to help in the bottom. Isn't that the same
Yeah.
episode where her name Ellen Meredith, my gosh.
Yeah.
Drowned? Isn't that the same episode? Was that the same?
I think it was the same event. Yeah.
The ferry?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ferry crash. Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it for Alex, I mean, it's just typical. Any girl
I
he
know.
falls for has some kind of issues.
Mommy issues, man.
True.
Yeah, Joe's really the only one. I mean, she had her issues, but she's the only one that wasn't crazy pants.
Well, she had some definite issues though.
She had those struggles after she found out, after she talked to her birth mom and everything.
Yeah, I mean, like she's so
Oh, yeah.
depressed. I mean, she wouldn't get out of bed and she had to go to that institute and everything. So
Yeah.
Now she's a
Sorry
mom
about that.
mhm.
and switched specialties. She's grown.
She's good now. So see,
I
she's
think
better
she's gonna
off
be good
without
now.
Alex.
She's rocking life without Alex.
She is.
She's okay.
She'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I just thought of?
Hmm.
Link, Amanda. Link is technically Luna's adopted whatever,
Well, he was
For
just
Joe.
fostering her.
just fostering her. So like
Just-
he's not in the picture anymore.
No.
No,
I
he
was
just
gonna say
fostered
maybe they're
her.
gonna-
He just fostered her to basically like put a hold on her.
Yeah.
While Joe got her stuff together,
Yeah.
which was
'cause I was
miraculous.
thinking-
I know.
'cause I was thinking maybe they were gonna play it off that they foster her together.
No, because he had even told Amelia that it won't be long term. It's just gonna be we're just gonna foster her until the adoption goes through with Joe. And then they made it clear that the adoption went through. So that means
Okay,
Link
so
is out
then
of
he's
that
done
picture.
with her then, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean that's from my
that's good.
understanding.
There's still hope then.
I don't I hope they don't go that way. I can't say that enough. Please
Don't go there, Krista. Don't do it.
Mm-mm. All right. We need to really hit on Teddy's PTSD and Amelia helping Owen the way that she did kind of grow. I love that, even though
Yeah.
we shouldn't be talking right now. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the reason that Amelia said no to Link is because she low-key still has feelings for Owen, just based off of everything that she did for him during the whole Teddy thing.
I don't
Oh
think so.
Lord.
I don't think so. I think she loves Link. I
I
really
think so too. She's just.
I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on.
I think she's just messed up. And I mean, yeah.
Where is her mother? Is somebody call her mom
Somebody needs to call her mom.
or her sister?
Shelby can
Where
be-
did that rally
Don't call
go?
her. Don't call her
Shelby can
sisters
be her
though.
mom.
I feel like her sisters are terrible.
Well, maybe
Don't
she
call them.
needs
Her
that
mom.
right now.
Give her a
Maybe.
good talking to, Shelby.
What?
Shelby needs to call Amelia up and tell her she's, making a mess.
I think they'll find their way back to each other.
I
Fingers
hope so.
crossed.
I
And
do.
hope
I mean,
it's quick.
yeah.
I
I think
don't
so.
want this to be an entire season 18 story.
It probably will.
And I hope it's not. Really, if this is the last season, please do not do that to us. I want to see them like living happily together for a little bit, not
Yeah.
just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see all my favorites have Have a happy.
Happily
I
ever
wanted-
after.
I want it to be like the end of Friday Night Lights, where everyone's living happily ever after, and then that's
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
Tim and
All
Tyler.
neat and tidy and beautiful.
But I did like, I do like Amelia Nolan's friendship. I did like how she like helped him through all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And sort of helped him see that he needs to like, I mean, I think she's what helped him realize he needed to forgive Teddy.
I do too. That was really hard for him. And it
Yeah.
really
Which,
upset me a few
I mean,
times of seeing
can
how
im-
much he was struggling.
Can you imagine? I mean, I don't know how you forgive something like that, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad that they moved past it and they did, but whew, that's about as bad as it gets.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
a
know.
whole, like, you know, a whole room full of people heard it.
Yes. So it wasn't even just him. I mean, it was like everybody
Yeah.
heard it.
It was so
Like,
bad.
geez, everyone in the hospital's gonna know that my wife slept with Tom
Fiance.
the jerk.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh God, yeah. So that's why I
And
mean, if they can get
Tom.
past that, I think they're good. I mean, nothing else could go wrong that could be worse than that.
I mean, I hope they're actually both over it.
Yeah.
For the sake of their happiness, I hope they're both actually over it.
I
Well,
think they are.
At least
'cause-
forgiving each other, not over it, but at least forgiving each. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
Owen forgive Teddy.
And I
Owen
think he
did nothing
has.
wrong.
Because I don't think he would have done that if he hadn't fully forgiven her.
I don't think so. Because I mean, he did propose to her. So
Yeah.
and I'm glad. I want them to be together.
Yeah.
Okay. Shelby, what else do we have?
The only other thing that I have on here is about Karina staying.
Oh yeah.
Yay. They
My-
didn't do that on Grey's, really. She just mentioned briefly to Joe, oh, never mind, I'm not leaving, I'm getting married instead.
Yeah.
Which if
They
I
didn't,
didn't
but it-
watch, yeah, like I watched Station 19. I've watched it from the very beginning. And so I was sitting there thinking, wait, if I didn't watch Station 19, I would be super confused right now.
Hmm.
Because the engagement and the wedding were all on Station 19.
I like Karina. And I'm really happy that she said she's staying.
I like
Yeah.
Karina too. And she played the part of like when Andrew died and like her being basically like inconsolable. She played that part so good,
Yeah.
in
she
my
did.
opinion.
Mhm.
I mean, not trying to be morbid, but
Did you see that episode like of the Station 19 after he died, by the way?
yes, you made me.
Yeah.
I didn't even I know because I didn't even watch that one. I watched the
I
one
did.
where he got stabbed, but I didn't watch the next one.
Oh.
Oh no, I didn't watch the next one. I watched the one where he got stabbed.
That one. I mean,
Yeah.
she's
the next
like,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
The one right after the Station 19, right after. Oh, I watched that one. That one was so
I mean, it's all about her
hard.
grief and it's pretty sad.
Yeah. Like I know, like I think a lot of people I've seen people in the groups saying that, Carino kind of got over it fast but
She
I think those
didn't.
people you didn't see Station 19 and what she had gone through
Mhm.
over there. And that was I cried. She made me cry.
I mean, she deserved an award for that. I mean,
Oh.
like it was amazing.
That
And grief
scream.
comes and goes in waves. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
we might not have seen the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to mention though that Hayes and Meredith both kind of had a little bit of a moment
Mhm.
that kind of gave me some hope
At the wedding.
whenever he's she's asking him if you're talking to me. I can't remember exactly what he says right now, but
Oh, I
she
don't know.
asks if you were talking to me while she was in her sleep.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah.
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 was
That
a
was
little
cute.
bit of a
They had that sweet little look at the wedding too. Like,
yeah. I love that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like I said, I would
I
be
can
happy
be
with Hayes with Joe, but I would also
Uh,
really be happy with Hayes and Mary.
yeah. I'm on board with either. This is why we need just a good old fashioned love triangle. So we can just see both.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
I need to play it out.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Joe could get catty if they went that way.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be fun to see.
You know, really, what we didn't cover on, we did not really cover on Levi and Nico,
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
and I think they need a mention because I go back and forth on Nico. I don't know
Yeah,
about
me
you
too.
guys.
I do
Me
too.
too.
But he
Like,
set
I-
up those candles every single night.
I
waiting
That
know.
for
was
us.
sweet. That was sweet. I
And,
just
like,
hope he
Who does
doesn't.
that? Like, wow.
he's winning me back. I didn't like him for a long time.
Yeah, me too. I loved him when he first came on because I thought that was really cute. And then he was a jerk to Levi.
Yeah,
And I didn't care for him at all. But the candle thing was pretty adorable.
it was.
So,
I
enjoyed
feel
But
like
man,
Nico and Levi played out too.
well, I tell you what, that guy that asked Levi out, he was hot. So I was like, what are you doing? Like,
I was
but
confused with
I was
that guy. It's
rooting
like,
for
wait
that.
a minute, who is this interloper? He needs to go away.
oh, I was all
We
for
already
it.
have
This is-
Winston who came into our lives, and we're still not sure about him. This guy, they need to hold off on this other new guy. Nico. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm okay with it as long as I don't know, as long as Levi is treated well, I'm okay with it because he's becoming one of my favorites and
Yes.
he deserves.
I died laughing when Nico asked Levi to move in with him and Levi ran away.
I know.
Yeah, he
I
just
laughed.
ran off and he asked Joe about movie night. I was like, wait, what?
You know, I mean, I did feel bad for Nico in that point because I'm like, oh man, he really put himself out there, and you just like ran
Like,
away.
That was a big moment for Nico because he
Yeah.
doesn't do stuff like that. And then Levi
No.
just ran away.
Yeah.
That was
So,
hilarious. I love
so
that.
I'll be happy. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of I'm sort of happy to see them back together as long as
But he can't leave Helm, so I don't know how they're going to go about that.
I know.
Helm
Well,
can move
they
in
can-
with them.
Yeah,
It'll
they
be-
can all just live in the loft together. Why don't we just do that? You know?
Throuple.
It might be a little awkward for Helm, but it'll be fine.
It's
for
okay.
us.
It's okay.
And also I want to give a shout out to Levi really rocking it this season with
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
he's
Yeah.
really growing into more of a doctor and getting some backbone and taking charge and
I loved him in that episode where he helped that intern save
yeah.
Yes.
his patient. And
That's what I was gonna say.
and he just stepped in. And he was
Yeah.
like, go check on Dr. Gray's stats. Like,
Yeah.
why is she? It's like, is she okay? Yes. And I'd like to keep her that way.
Yeah. I loved how it was like Meredith's voice, like leading him through it.
Yeah.
Like
I
they
love
did.
that.
I do think they did a good job of, even though she was in her, coma or whatever, like of still keeping her present in the hospital. So I liked that.
I agree. And even with the
Even
Teddy
when-
episode,
Yeah.
she was like walking around with Teddy in that episode.
Yeah.
So I liked how they did it, at least. If we couldn't actually have her, I mean, she's
Yeah.
great. She's the show.
Yeah. I mean, it showed the impact she has on everybody, but you
Yeah.
know,
It
So-
did. I mean, we didn't have her mainly all this season. Look how everybody feels about the season.
right.
Best season ever. Just kidding.
Oh, one other thing. Did you guys feel like really bad for Dr. Weber when he came back? I felt like from his the very first episode, season 17, episode 1, when he came back from his cobalt hip thing,
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back into COVID and Bailey kind of bossing him around and nobody wanted him
Yeah.
to do anything and everybody wanted him to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are treating my man like a
Yeah. And he was trying to do his thing, and they were like, no, this is not
Yeah.
what we do anymore.
I know that it really did break my heart, like seeing them talk to him like that. And I'm like, hey,
Show him some
Yeah.
respect.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really broke my heart. But I feel like by the end of the season, he was kind of back to his normal. What's the word I'm looking for? Not like respectful. I can't think of
To
the
himself.
like. Everybody looks up to him,
Yeah.
you know, and
Well,
Like the
he's
status
chief
that
of
he was
chiefs.
at before.
He's
Yeah.
chief of chiefs now, so
yeah, and Meredith took over his residency. We talked about that in the last podcast, but
yeah, that was brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was perfect how they did that. I did like that part.
Yeah. So see, there's lots of good things.
Bailey's mom, that's a bad thing.
Very bad thing.
Yes. Did we? And I felt like that was, again, like it was a blip
Yeah.
in the whole season, and that broke my heart
Yeah.
because I think she died like what was that like right before DeLuca?
Maybe. Yeah.
I think
think
it was
they're- I-
before. I think it was before DeLuca.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think it was kind of like right
It was
before.
like, yeah, like 2 episodes before, maybe 1 episode before.
Yeah, it was like back to back. That was
That was mean.
that was
What did you
Sorry, I'm
guys think
reading.
about when they were gonna clap Meredith out and her and Jackson conspired?
That
I
was-
loved it.
I loved
That
it.
was the best because I knew I was like, I cannot believe they're gonna do this to Meredith. Like they know that she's not into this. And then Perez came out with the empty wheelchair. I was like, oh, there we go.
I loved it.
And really, I think we are kind of coming to our end, but before we go, I think we kind of need to mention the George Floyd episode because that was an important episode of the
Yeah.
season. And I think Grace did great with it.
Mhm.
And also the guy in that same episode who didn't believe in COVID. I just wanted to throw something at the TV
Oh my God. That
Oh
guy.
my god. Yeah.
just because Bailey just
Mhm.
lost it.
Remember
I
that
mean-
that whole pep talk she was trying to give herself in the
Yes.
hallway? I had to laugh a little bit, but at the same
did too.
time, I was like, "Oh my god, I would want to throttle this guy." And
Think
then
about
he
it, I
ended
mean-
up dying. I was like, "Well, I mean, I wouldn't want. I would never wish death on anyone, but I mean, he had it coming."
I
He's
mean,
pushing it.
You can only do so much. I mean, he was just, but in that episode, like,
He
oh
was
my gosh,
special.
the scene with Winston getting pulled over. I mean,
Oh.
I was so, I mean,
So
Oh,
nervous.
God.
I
so
was
nervous,
a
and I mean,
nervous wreck.
yeah,
Yeah.
I cried. I mean, it was just like, this is
Anxiety. Oh.
terrible.
Yes. I was that
sad
upset me so
thing
much.
is-
Go ahead.
The sad thing is like that's reality for a lot of people and how they
Yeah.
feel getting pulled over. That episode like really had me like a nervous wreck. Like my anxiety was like through the roof.
I think
Yeah.
all of ours was. It
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
I was like, no, the cop can't do that. Like that's not gonna happen. And then they went back at him and showed all this stuff on the side of the road. It just I immediately started crying. I was like, I just couldn't.
It's
That was
awful.
rough.
So horrible. And then just seeing him finally get to Maggie, that
Mhm.
was like that was kind of like my first episode where I was like, okay, I'm starting to trust Winston
Me too.
a lot
Me too.
more.
Yeah, same.
Before that, I was like, this guy's no good. He's no good. He came on too fast. It was too easy.
Right.
After that episode, I was kind of like, okay, maybe we do start trusting him. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm still not there 100%, but that's because Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy has
Scarred
have
you.
trust issues.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I still don't trust Nico either. So it's not.
I don't trust Nico. So Nico's shown us over and over again he's not trustworthy. So
Well,
we'll
I'm
see.
still going back and forth. Right now, I like him, so I don't know. I'll probably
I
not
know.
like him anymore once the next season starts.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to go around the room and say our favorite moment of season 17?
The Zoom room.
We're in a
Our
Zoom,
Zoom
room.
room. Go around the rooms since we're all in separate ones.
All right, Jeanette,
go
you go
around our
first. You got
boxes.
yours.
Okay, I will go first. My favorite moment is, of course, April Kepner coming back. And I mean, I know that we don't know if her and Jackson are living happily ever after, but in my mind, until they show me otherwise, that is what's happening.
I love it.
Yep.
Shelby, do you have a favorite moment from season 17?
I'm pretty sure this is season 17. I think it was like one of the first moments, and Perez is like hilarious. Okay,
You
The
and I have the
first
same one.
time when Perez had the guy like in the line, and like he told him to go up the line. The guy was like, "Well, I don't want an Asian person taking care of me," and Perez is like, "Well, then you better go to another hospital or something like that." Like,
You
that's
followed the
not the
purple
exact
line to
wording.
the parking lot.
Yeah, like that wasn't the exact wording, but like he is so funny, and like I really hope that we see more of him.
Yes.
He needs to
Me
stay
too.
forever. I love him.
Oh, I love Perez so much.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh man, you took my moment.
Yeah, come up with a new one.
Oh, okay.
Come on,
Eve,
Shelby.
you have one? All I think.
Oh, I was hoping you would go first so I could think.
Oh man, I'm thinking. Well, I had mine.
I think my favorite was seeing George on the beach, because I know we're still very upset about DeLuca, but for me, I still feel like George's death strikes me in my mind as the most tragic death, at least to me, just with how it happened. So seeing
Yeah.
him again, I was like, oh, good, he's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
he's still, dead, but
But he's
seeing him on
okay.
the
Yeah.
seeing him on the beach.
Yeah.
Amanda had too much Coke.
I had to think. Okay,
Coca-Cola.
I got my moment. I got my
Okay.
second moment. All right. I think my second favorite moment was Zola talking to Meredith.
Yeah.
That just got to my heart the most.
That was a
And
good one.
hearing her talk and then waking up. Ooh, and kind of right after that, it kind of goes along with it. Seeing Meredith at home with 3 kids and Amelia walking in, and Meredith
Yeah.
telling her you did a good job.
Yeah.
That was
That was good.
so sweet to see
Yeah.
because of their relationship in the past. And I'm on my rewatch right now, and I'm on season 12. So it's kind of
Wow.
when her and Derek, right after Derek died, and
Yeah.
Amelia's kind of blaming Meredith, you didn't tell me, and all that stuff. So I don't know. That's still fresh in my mind now. So seeing Meredith come so long of a way and telling, Amelia, thank you, and you did a great job.
Yeah.
That just kind of brought it around full circle, and I don't know. That
Yeah,
was a good
I
moment.
like that. That was good.
moment.
So I think we've covered everything. Thanks everybody for joining us and listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback on this episode, or really any episode. You can feel free to email us at familyfanclubs2021@gmail.com, or find us on Instagram and Twitter. Both of those family fan clubs, you can search for us. Also, check out our Facebook group. It's Grey's Anatomy, Grey Family Fan Club. And all of this will be in the podcast description, so you can find it there. Make sure to subscribe so that you can catch our upcoming episodes. I think our next Wednesday episode is One Tree Hill. Not sure what it will be about, but it will be One Tree Hill, and I'm sure it will be. There we go. It'll be Nathan, so definitely entertaining. Make sure to check that out. And then come back and join us again on Sunday, where we'll be discussing Bridgerton episodes 3 and 4. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.